I was taught how to be a leader before I was discipled. And so I'm learning about leadership and how to power with people and how to not, use, your position in the church as, whatever, and don't be prideful in it. And I'm learning all this stuff, but I was never, my character, my heart was insane. And that's what we're called to do. Matthew 28:19. Go and we supposed to disciple people. I knew Jesus died for my sins or whatever. But how I know it now in my heart because I was discipled with it, it brings tears to my eyes now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before it was like I know that and I love him. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you really paid for everything.
It's time for our spiritual detox.
Fixx.
Yes, sir. You tap back into the Fixx, your number one source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. Y'all know the vibes. It's time for our spiritual detox. Listen, it's a project dropping tonight, and I could not be more happy for my sis. I have been encouraging her to make quality music, make the music. She's a star in the coming. Let's be very clear. She do it effortlessly. Listen, and we're going to talk about this new project that's dropping again tonight with Queenly. And she brought her super producer with her too as well, FTC Reese.
Yeah, in the building.
What's going on, y'all? Y'all good?
Oh, yes, sir.
How y'all feel about this EP?
Super excited.
Okay.
Like Reese been saying, it's definitely been a long time coming.
Okay.
Long time coming, man.
We tried to start with an album first.
Okay.
But we was like, we probably need to go EP first. We need to start a little bit lower.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about, y'all thought process when y'all go in the studio. Like, talk about how do you guys create this music?
So first off, comes with the production. First, because Queen got to hear the beat and she got to like the beat. And if she likes the beat, give her about like 10 minutes, she taking off, and she already got what she putting down. So first comes just me just creating like a vibe that she connects with, and once she gets that, like she takes off from there.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say the same. It's like I hear it and then the Lord will start giving me lyrics. Sometimes the Lord will give me lyrics and I'll call him and be like, this is the type of beat I hear with this verse or with these lyrics or whatever, and then he'll just create it. But one thing about me, I like to get the beats and stuff before I go to the studio because I actually like to write before I get there. I'm not the type of person that care to write in the studio unless we're doing something like scratching it and doing something completely new. But I like to go in there prepared because I don't like being in the studio all day and night. So I like to come in the studio prepared. So I'm going to write to it already, and when I get in there, I'm blending down. I may tweak some stuff, change some stuff, but I have the meat of what I'm saying before I get there.
When did you know you had it, though, that it factor, Queenly? Like, when did you know that your pen was wet? Like, you could really put together, your thoughts and put that on paper and deliver it the way you deliver it?
I think, if I'm very honest, I think the first time that I knew that was Jesus Music with Anika and Few. Because I went to Reach, and of course, like, I know I can write, but this specific time was just, it showed me like, dang, I really just did that. So I went in there, and Anika was like, I really hear you. When first she called me, she was like, I really hear you on this song. Could you come to the studio? I go to the studio, and she gave me the beat or whatever, and I put my headphones in. I go in the hallway, and they stay in there. They finish up whatever they doing in there. I go in the hallway, and I start writing to it. And I kid you not, I wrote that verse in all of 10, 15 minutes. And I go back in there, and I was like, you want to hear it first? She was like, no, you can rap. Go in the booth. And so I go in there, I lay it down. Nobody have no critiques. Everybody loved the verse. And I'm like, the Holy Spirit just gave me all of that in 10, 15 minutes in the hallway of me just having my headphones on. Because that's what I love. I love getting in my zone with my headphones and just hearing the beat play. Like, I don't want to hear no extra sounds, no voices. I like just hearing the beat play. Over and over again too. And I think that moment right there was like when I was like, oh, I feel like I can like do this for real.
No pressure. You just, saying lay the verse with Few and Anika.
Oh my.
Right.
No, because I know what you're saying. Like, but that's real. Like, you go out there 10, 15 minutes, come back, and you said no critique. And let's be very clear, we ain't gonna be disrespectful. Anika and 1K, they do it for real. For real.
Right.
For you, Reese, man, walk us through, man. When did you know, man, you wanted to be a producer, man? Like, how did you get into production, and maybe some producers that inspired you?
So how I got into production was really through like a friend that I used to go to church with. He got FL Studio back when it was Fruity Loops.
Got you.
So, producers gonna know what I'm talking about. That's like the first one that came out. And when he got that, he kind of just passed it around to everybody who was there. And I was one of those people. And when I got a hold to it, because my father is in music, loves jazz music, and he put me on the jazz music, plays the guitar, I play the keys, you know, he kind of like that, coming up in that environment was what kind of propelled me to start just making tracks, you know, because I wanted to recreate what I'm hearing, the stuff that I love, what I hear in my head. And so once I got that, man, it was over. Like it was a very quick growth from the moment I got it. Like I was better than everybody who was around me, even the person who gave it to me, because like I just love music. So that's when I really knew, like, man, this is something that I really want to do. And just growing up, bro, hip hop was just, bro, that's pretty much all I listened. Well, that and I did as a kid also listen to classical music. You know, might find that kind of weird, but I did. But it's because my father was really into like a whole lot of different music, and so I gravitated to hip hop and classical music. You know. But I did listen to all types of genres too. What's the first beat that you made that you knew, like, no, I'm one of them ones? This has to be around the time when T.I. came out with Rubber Band Man. Mm-hmm. Around that time, that's when I knew, like, I made this beat that kind of sounded similar, but just different. And when people heard it, they were like, hey, man, this needs to be on the radio, man. You need to get this out. And that's when I kind of knew, like, hey, bro, like, I really can do this for real, you know? Like, I could really do this. Just because people were like, they were so amazed about what they were hearing, you know? And so that's one of them times. So, all right, let's start talking about this project. Of course, the first song, one of my favorites, Big G, coming. Come on, talk about it. Inspiration behind it.
Big G. Well, yeah, you go first because you put it together. Yeah.
Okay. So let's first get into how it even came about. Okay. So with the drums, as far as like the drums is concerned, I made the drums before I even made like the full beat. Like the drums just came to my head because I was thinking about, like, man, how would it be if Timberland was to come to the future, even though he's still alive, but them old Timberland's beats was to be made in these times. And so I tried to kind of find like a mix, and I had the set of drums, like the drums you hear on Big G, but I could not find a melody for it. Could not find a melody at all. And so I kind of let the beat sit. Like I let it sit. Just had some drums, and it sat for about like a good 3-4 months. And then one day my sister was she was washing her car outside, and she was just humming. She was humming something. I forget exactly what it was, but in part of her humming, she did a which is the piano part of the Big G. That's what get that energy going. Yeah, and so when I heard that, I'm like, nah, that would go perfect with them drums I got. So I just got up, went to my computer, put that in there, and the rest is history, man. From there, it just took off. So when you heard the beat, what was your inspiration?
So he sent me the beat with the hook on it. Okay. Already.
Gotcha.
A lot of people don't know that's Reese on the hook.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So he sent me that.
Go watch the video, you'll see.
Right. Yeah, you'll see. Even though he was hiding his face, but so he sent it to me or whatever. And at first he was scared to send it to me, so he sent it to my husband. And then my husband was like, "Nah, you need to send it to her. Like, this sounds really good." So me and my husband was at the gym, and he was playing basketball. I was on the treadmill. And I started listening to the song, and I was like, wait, I need to go write to this right now. Like, I got so inspired by just listening to it one time. I was like, I need to go write to this right now. I go to the car, I start writing to it. I'm done by the time my husband come out from basketball or whatever. And it's one part on there right before it go to never let up, knuck you but know that it's stuck, he one call away. Know when I called him, demons they fall, nobody will know the hour or the day, but he coming like, and then I'm in the background saying, get him. But on top of it, Glow had helped me to put like get him's on there, so we did like get him. But first it was just that, all I heard in my spirit. So I was telling my husband, like, this what I hear. And I just sung the get him part right after I got done rapping. And he was like, no. Like, you ran out of bars or something. This don't sound right. I don't like it. Like, this is not it. You need to rap the whole thing out. And so I was like, man, Reese gonna know what Reese gonna understand. Call Reese. Reese was like,
Reese ain't understand.
He like, I'm with Dez. Why you singing right there? Like, no, it is that don't go. And so I went to the studio with Glow, and Glow was like, oh yeah, keep that. Like, we need to do that and just add this on top of it. And so we did that, and that's where you get, in the background, you'll hear the long get 'ems, and on top of it, you'll hear get 'em. And actually, that echo part is me and Glow yelling in the mic from far back, like, get 'em, both of us back. So that's how we got that. But I remember when he tried to make me be on the hook, like, at first I tried to redo the hook. and I was about to go in there and record the hook or whatever with me on it. And it's like every time I was about to redo it, it was like nah, he's supposed to stay. He supposed to stay on the hook. I'm supposed to just go crazy on the verses. But he supposed to stay on the hook over there. He was like, nah, so it's like, you need to redo the hook. Like, nah, I ain't trying to be on it. And I'm like, it sounds so good. Like, I think you really supposed to stay on it. So he was like, well, I don't want to say featuring me. I don't want none of that. Like, don't even.
I don't want to do no shows. No, don't try to get me up there. None of that. He was at my show today, and I performed Big G, and he in the audience. Well, he could be up with
there.
The camera.
With the camera. Well, he could be up there saying a hook, but he like, nah, I don't want to do that. But yeah, so that's how you get Big G. It's one of my favorite records on the album. I mean, on EP.
Reese, why do you feel that way? Why do you not want to?
Well, I just don't want that artist life. Like, I don't want the life of having to, in a sense, perform. Like, sometimes you got to go out of yourself and just, regardless of how you're feeling, got to put things to the side and just be able to show up and show out and pretty much just to perform, like, you know. And that's just it's not something I see myself doing, especially in the season that I'm in. Like, I don't know, I'm a grown family man. Like, I'd rather just, you know, be home with wifey and like, it's just not my thing, honestly.
Not your thing.
I just want to be in the background, pushing her to the forefront.
Don't
so
get it
she
twisted
could do her
though.
thing.
In Miami, he had a banger in the clubs.
Oh yeah, that's
When he
true.
was
Back
younger,
in the day, yeah, I used to rap.
He used
I
to
used to rap
have
back in the
music
day.
bangers in the clubs.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They still play it on the radio to this day.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, run them
So
numbers
you
up.
be getting that check?
Yeah.
You know, you said something, Reese. You said, man, you heavily inspired by Timberland, man. What's the one Timberland song that's your go to? Like, what's that beat or song that like, nah, this is probably his best work in your humble opinion? I got one in mind for me. I want to know what yours is.
I have two actually.
Okay, so I got two too.
Fat Man Scoop, Underclan.
Yeah.
That is probably I'll say that's number one.
Okay.
That's number one right there. That one. And number two is gonna be, I feel like you're gonna judge me for this.
I'm not.
But this is
Because you're going to judge me for the ones I'm about to say.
Because I don't feel like nobody would pick this, but I'm heavily inspired by this beat. But the Head Sprung by LL Cool J, Timbaland made that beat.
Yeah, he did.
That beat to me is gold. That's my number one.
That's your number one.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm
outside of like, because Timbaland does have pop too.
He does.
And I like his pop a lot too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big Pimpin'.
Oh.
That's a no-brainer.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Time out.
What you mean?
Timbaland produced Big Pimpin'.
No, you didn't know that for real?
But I really did not know that. Dang, that's wild.
Yeah, I listen. That's a whole nother life. Yes.
That's wild.
Yes. And I got another one for you. Drunken Love. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like Beyonce, Jay-Z, Drunken Love.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, that's
I
Timberland.
feel like he put me to shame right now because I didn't know that.
No. Yeah, them all produced by Timberland. But yeah, that Big Pimpin', again, that was an era in hip hop
How
where.
did you find it out?
Definitely.
Did you dig and do your research, or how did you know?
So I've been a DJ all my life. So you figure, I switched over to Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
But let's be very clear. I got albums upstairs for a reason. Like, this is. I've been a part of hip hop culture from the beginning. So we can go back to the Quincy Jones days that I did studying and worked my way up. So those were two of my favorites of Timberland. Shouts out to you, Timberland. I heard somebody told me you love Jesus. So come on the show.
Please.
Come on the show.
Let's go.
Let's talk about this next track. They coming. Come on. This is one of my favorites. I love your energy in this. Talk about the inspiration behind this song.
So They Coming actually was one of my submissions along with You Say for the 2025 Reach Records playlist. And so I was in the studio and Ace had some producers in there or whatever, and they was playing this, and I instantly started hearing They Coming, and the Lord started talking to me about discipleship. I'm really big on discipleship. And so that's where you get the they finna slide, get up and get in the ride, tell them we wait. That's me saying like, okay, we going to go get them. And then I'm telling them like, it's not time to play around no more. Like, you need to go get them so that they can make disciples of their own as well. Because I feel like a lot of people, and like I told you before, like in the church, discipleship is not talked about enough, and it's not done enough. It's more so about numbers, getting people in who gonna join the church, and then they just come back on Sunday, and they just keep coming back on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it need to be programs in between. Some churches, shout out to them that do the small groups, and shout out to my church, Change Church, that do the marriage boot camps and all the different things or whatever that's actually helping to disciple people. But it's some churches that I even have been a part of before that, discipleship is not really a thing that they, embody. And so I'm just a person that believes in you can't just come to the kingdom and get salvation. You got to learn. You got to be taught. Your character got to be developed to be in a certain space or whatever. So yeah, that's how They Come and came for real. That's really it. Reese redid the beat because the people who originally had the beat was talking some thousands for the beat, and I was like, my producer can do a better job. So I sent it to him, and he redid the beat, and then he added right after I had that fast part on the end of the second hook of They Coming, he added this like whole beat flip. And it went stupid. At first, I ain't like it. When he first sent it to me, I ain't like it.
Really?
No.
That's an understatement. She hated it.
I did. I was like, why is these horns on here? Because he was like, I was like, here you go with these video game sounds again. I do not like this, like, at all. But he was like, let me mix and master it. Yeah. And then let me send it to you. So now we got this thing where if it's not mixed and mastered, he don't send it to me because he know that I'm going to have too many critiques.
That's crazy.
Yep.
You said something very key I want to just tap on for a minute. Where do you think the church is right now in 2025 when it comes to discipleship? Like me personally, I think some churches do it very well. I think some churches don't even care about it at all. But that's just my thoughts and process. What has been your, experience of how church should do discipleship or the lack of not doing it at all?
Yeah, I think that it is poor pastoring to not do discipleship, my personal opinion. Because if you expect for somebody to get everything that they need on a Sunday, and you not even a reachable pastor, and that's not not to like mega churches or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You called to go to a place, and then you called to go home and read your Bible for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But also, I do think that is pivotal to have some type of setups in place, systems in place where people can have access to get community. Because if you do go to a big church, it's kind of hard to meet people.
That's true.
And you can't connect with your pastor one-on-one. And so I think that, you should have like discipleship training, some small groups, Bible studies, whatever it is. But I just think that it's very poor to just think that, somebody can get everything that they need on a Sunday. Now, it do be on people too, because they need to go home and read their Bibles and get their words for themselves, learn how to, engage, feel God's presence outside of the four walls, for sure. I 100% believe that. But I do also believe that it should be more programs. Where I think people are today, I think that the church is doing a way better job. I got saved 9 years ago, and I was taught how to be a leader before I was discipled. And so I'm learning about leadership and how to, power with people and how to not, use, your position in the church as, whatever, and don't be prideful in it. And I'm learning all this stuff, but my character, my heart was insane. Like, it was kind of crazy. And so I think that it's so important. You have to have those things. And that's what we're called to do. Matthew 28:19, go and we supposed to disciple people. And so if you're not doing that, I don't even feel like I heard the real gospel until I went to discipleship training school. Like,
wow.
Like, I knew Jesus died for my sins or whatever. But how I know it now in my heart because I was discipled with it, it brings tears to my eyes now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before it was like I know that and I love him. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you really paid for everything. Because I didn't realize that I dealt with offense, I dealt with shame, I dealt with guilt. I had 2 abortions. So I dealt with this. I don't know if I told you that last time I was here.
No.
Yeah, growing up, I had 2 abortions. And so one at 18 and one at 19. And so I didn't know that I was still walking around with guilt and shame from those things or whatever until I went to this school, and it taught me that Jesus paid the price for that guilt and that shame, that offense. You know what I'm saying? And so just learning how to walk that stuff out, but it wasn't until I was properly discipled.
Wow. For you, Reese, what does that look like for you? Because let's be very clear, you get an opportunity to work with maybe other producers or maybe artists. You have the heart of God. You want to make sure that your faith kind of resonates with everybody. What's been your experience just on discipleship? Have some artists came to you? I know you work with Christian hip hop artists, but I know you sometimes work with mainstream art. But even with the Christian hip hop artists, I would argue that maybe they might depend on you or maybe ask you questions about faith. What does that look like for you?
So I kind of like go into the room and kind of just take stock, like be intentional where everybody is at. Because especially when I'm in a room where there isn't no Christian hip hop artist, and just be a light to like the people who are there. Be a light, salt of the world is what we should be. And I just kind of just try to like play it by whatever the Holy Spirit really puts on my heart. I don't really try to push too much or push too hard. I just try to go in there, do what I'm called to do, And if something pops up, then I address it right then and there. I love when like questions come up about God, because then I'm able to speak into something, and even when those conversations do come up, like I don't even press too hard. I just give, okay. Like for example, if somebody says, yeah, man, I just went to church last week, man. And, I was giving money to the pastor and he was over there talking about, that we have to tithe. And shoot, I just feel like they taking the money to just go and buy that Rolls Royce he got outside. And now, just speak into that, tell them how about, man, churches have to pay bills too. But also how there are people who do misuse funds from the church. There's two sides to it. There's two sides to every story. And so I just try to do that, try to make sure I just give like both sides of, what's good, what's bad, but also just try to be a light like within that situation. And so like, and that's one side of like when I go to like for other artists who aren't Christians. But when I work with Christian artists, I definitely try to lead in a way that's respectable. Because I do feel like as a producer, you lead the music. So even as a producer in life, like we should be leading with our actions, with the things that we say, with the things that we do. And so I just try to just be a light just wherever I go. But even with like the Christian artists, because I done been in rooms with Christian artists and I ain't know, like if I didn't know they were Christian artists, I wouldn't know they were Christian artists, And so sometimes like those things have to be addressed like, hey man, you just so you can address certain things, because iron sharpens iron.
Facts.
And so like we all ain't there yet, and so sometimes those conversations need to be had. So I think that's a good thing to do, like as far as like discipleship, because I'm a firm believer in the fact that you can't disciple people if you aren't connected with them. And so we have to be connected. We have to have these hard conversations. We have to talk. We have to sit down. We have to have some time together, because if not, all we're doing is really just going about our lives and not really just having an impact on what happens in their hearts,
That's good. Let's go to this next track, Smoke. I'll start with you, Reese. Talk about the beat, how did you create this one?
Oh, so really with this beat, Queen actually hollered at me first.
Okay.
She said she needed this beat and it has to have this type of upbeat, up-tempo cadence. So I kind of didn't know what she was talking about, so I just went in a direction which I thought she was talking about. Okay. And she was like, nah, that's not really what I mean. I mean, like, like hot girl summer, but not hot girl summer, just something that's kind of like hard, but that type of tempo. I'm like, okay.
I knew I really wanted to spit on this one.
Yeah.
So like, I need something that's gonna build up.
Yeah, exactly. So I went in the studio. I put some drums together first, because the first one was a whole beat, and she said no. So I'm like, okay, we ain't gonna waste that time. Now, what you think about these drums right here? Is this what you looking for? And she was like, yeah, I like that. Do something with that. And so from there, put the piano, put the hook, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
Why were you so intentional about rapping on this? Like, I feel like it's aggressive. But gritty, aggressive. but everybody, when they hear it, they gonna know like you were intentional. Why was this on your heart so heavy?
It's because the Lord was pressing on my heart. Like I said, I feel like he did a open rebuke. Like he rebuked me, but gave me a bar at the same time. And so because he was going so hard, it made me want to go so hard. And so that scripture in the Bible that talks about delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. A lot of people think that means that he will like give you what you want. That's not what that scripture is talking about. If you look up the word delight, it means to take pleasure in something, to like really be pleased with it. And so when you really take pleasure in the Lord, what he wants for your life starts to become what you want for your life. And so when he told me this, it was like dang Lord, this how you feel? Okay, I need to do this. And so even just going off the first bar is I've been double dutching in and out this call like it ain't necessary. And that's what he had told me. He was like, you keep teeter-tottering with this call. Like I'm calling you to music and you keep on just, I release every 6 months. I release once a year, like not caring at all. Because it just wasn't, I didn't care that much about it. But just now the pocket that he got me in, I think that is very strategic of him. And so just how hard he came within that first verse, I was like, oh yeah, he trying to go stupid. I'm about to go dumb. And so then I end up sending it to my husband. I would lay it down with Glow, sent it to my husband, and he was like, the Lord giving me some bars for the second hook. I mean, for the second verse or whatever. And I was like, bet, write it for me. You know, like, tell me what you got. And my husband don't write music. He don't do music, nothing. And so I was shocked, but I'm like, I'm going to trust you. You say, the Lord giving it to you. He was like, nah, but it's like me. Like, it's my testimony. And I was like, you have to get in the studio. And so he actually got in the studio for the first time. I'm not going to lie. Didn't like it. Detroit men, when they rap, got this like high pitch, like 42 dub voice that I do not care for. I don't care for. I think it sounds so something. Like, I don't know. It's just not Atlanta. So I'm so used to like this. Either you going to do like the mumbling, Thug and all them came out mumbling. We know what they were saying. You know what I'm saying?
Know what they were saying.
And it's so crazy because I know a lot of people probably think that about Atlanta music.
Yeah.
About how they ain't know what they were saying back then. But with them, I guess like just hearing like when they try to speak up, it's not deep, it's high and pitchy, and so that was just new for me. So when I first heard it, I did not like it. I did not like it. And I told Reese, I was like, I don't like this. So my husband actually went and re-recorded with Reese, and I liked it a little bit better. And yeah, that's how he got smoked.
I think it was fire though. I think your husband verse was fire. This was the only one I told you guys the production. I got to sit with it. I feel like I was expecting something different out of the production because again, you come off so aggressive. Like it's gritty, it's raw. I don't know. I just would have wanted to hear some 808s, a little drill, a little, more the drum pattern, slow down. Like I think we can slow and screw this thing a little bit. Pray for me. That's a whole nother life. I know, Shot. Y'all might not. Please don't smoke nothing with it. I promise you. I just love music. I'm a DJ, but I can hear this slowed and steady. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you just still aggressive, even though it's slowed down a little bit. But yeah, again, I think it's a solid song. I'm going to continue to sit with the production.
Yeah.
I ain't telling you got to do another one, but if God put it on your spirit.
That'd be dope. A remix would be dope on that
I would
too,
love
though.
to hear another beat with that. Yeah, remix with this. Walk Like That. Come on. This was already certified before y'all even released it.
Yeah. So I was with a few in the Nikkei yesterday, and a few kept on saying, you need to run Walk Like That into the ground. Like, that's one of them ones, for real. And I love Walk Like That. The crazy part is, and I forgot to tell you this last time, actually. The crazy part is, Walk Like That, I wrote that verse 2 years before I even met Anike. Like, I didn't even know what it's, like, one day I was, the thing that I did today, doing the high school thing with Fly Life Organization, I was on the way to that 2 years ago. And when I was riding my car, I just kept on hearing, I get active, like, what happened, get the clapping, ain't no capping. And so I wrote it while I was there. While I'm waiting to go on stage, I wrote that. I forgot to tell you that. I wrote that while I was waiting to go on stage. And didn't know when I was ever going to use it. So some beats that Reese would send me, or when I would go in the studio with people who want to do features, I would try to use it, and it just never worked out with the beats. Like, it's like, it would never work out. I remember I tried to use it on Active, because, like, Active was, I told him, I was like, I hear the song being called, at me and Big Breeze, I was like, I hear the song being called Active. And so I tried to use that verse, but it didn't go. And so I just ended up writing something completely different. So me and Anike was in the studio, and Clark D actually produced this one, and he started playing this beat, and I'm like, this beat is crazy. Yeah, that beat I really liked it. And I told her, I was like, this is what I'm hearing, and she was like, oh yeah, this is fire, like, let's lay this down. And so that song actually took a minute to record. We did the hook and first verse. I was waiting on a Nikkei verse for a minute because I had ended up going to discipleship training school for 6 months. And then when I got back, soon as I got back, I got selected for an elevation project. So I went to Boston with Mike Mack for a few days or whatever, and Derek Minor and Doc and everybody out there. And I played this song for one of mine. They was asking, like, what music do you have unreleased that you want, get some critiques on? So I played Walk Like That. And Doc was like, I'm waiting on somebody to come out getting shot. Like, what's going on right now? Like, this is crazy. So he really liked it. And I had played it for Derek too. And he really liked it too. And so when I came back, I said, you need to hurry up and write your verse. So, like, I'm putting this out. And so it just dropped, but it was like, still, it had been wrote a minute ago. Yeah.
Definitely run them numbers up, though. Definitely continue to push that. Big G remix. Why do we do it? Why do we do the remix? Come on, I'm going to start with you. What was your thought process going into the remix?
Queen, I think Queen should answer this first
Okay.
because she's the one who kind of initiated the remix.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't my idea.
Oh, gotcha.
Definitely.
So it was actually Dre's idea. Dre was like, Big G going crazy right now, and he's actually been sitting with my husband for he was sitting with my husband for a couple of weeks and just giving him the game like, hey, y'all about to go full time in this, do this. Mike Teasy, shout out Mike Teasy, he been doing the same thing too, sitting with us, giving us free game. Like, you know, I'm so grateful for the people that's around me, like Anike, Big Breeze, you, Mike Teasy, Dre, Ace, like Lee Vossi. It's just so many people that's giving me the game, Toya Love, that's just like, hey sis, do this, and it's just been playing out very good. But he was like, hey, you need to ride Big G for a minute. Big G is like one of them ones, like, you know. And he was like, you know, the best way to do something is remix it. Once it start going up, you remix it. And he was telling me, I just heard ASM talking about that's what they did with 1K Few for the Move It thing, how it started going back up on TikTok. The numbers went crazy, so they did a remix to it. And I was like, oh, that's dope. And so I was wondering how I can get on it or whatever. Teasy actually came to Fresh Leftovers, and I had played They Coming, and he was like, man, I like that. Like, let me get on that. And I was just like, I'm doing a remix to Big G. You can get on that. Like, what you think about that? He was like, oh, easy. He started singing Big G right there. Like, he actually really liked Big G. And so it was super easy. And I told him, I said, I want this to be like those old type of remixes where T-Pain and like R. Kelly would come on somebody's song and just like sing on the whole thing. Like, I was like, I want something like that. And he crushed it. Like, he went so stupid. Yeah, when I got it back, I said, man, you literally did everything that I asked for. So, and he had to go dumb on the beat, remaking it.
Oh yeah, added some like melodic tones towards the end, did a little beat switch up. And one thing you're gonna learn about me as the years come along, as we start doing work together, I'm definitely into like switching something up, adding some melody in there. Like that's my bread and butter right there. Like,
That's
you're
your bread and
gonna
butter.
see a lot of that. Yeah.
So you gonna challenge her a little bit and get her more in this melodic space?
Of course,
We
man.
gonna
we
hear her
are
singing some
working
hooks?
on that. Yeah,
Okay.
nah, of course. We got some things in the work right now.
I'm trying to get a vocal coach. I'm trying to like put some little harmonies behind something. You know, I don't know how to sing, but I'm like, Lord, I need to put some harmonies behind. Cause few do that. It sounds so good in the back. Like that's why his music sounds so full, because he's singing in the back on top of him rapping. Like so I wanna be able to make my song sound full like that too. And so I was like, I need to get me some vocal coaches. Get together. Because you know Glow didn't know how to sing. Glow taught.
I didn't know that.
Glow taught himself how to sing. Glow couldn't
I
sing.
did not know that.
He's a worship leader now. That's like insane. He could not sing at first.
Wow. I would have never thought that, because I didn't know he was a worship leader.
Yeah.
So he taught himself how to sing.
Got a coach, everything he needed to do. He prayed, of course. But yeah, now he can sing.
What y'all doing? Why we ain't got a project from you and Glow
I
yet?
just left from with Glow right now,
Okay.
and we literally just talked about doing a new song. So.
Yeah. I need a project.
Finally.
I need y'all to do something for the streets. I just need y'all to do, you know what I'm saying, street sermon volume something. I don't know. Yeah, no, because we already know Glow got that trap already down. You know you in that bag.
Man,
y'all
Glow
can
is
create
crazy.
something, you know what I'm saying, a little mixtape, a little EP or something, with y'all just tag teaming that thing, because you
You
get
right.
the
That'd
ladies'
be dope.
perspective, the male's perspective, and talk about everything gritty in the streets that we need to change.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the hot girls, a lot of the strippers, I can go down the list, and then a lot of the D-boys and everything, he gonna, like, I just think that would be creative if y'all bring that fresh perspective. Plus, let's be very, very real. We believe y'all. We don't believe everybody. Everybody can't do a project like that, because I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, if I hear her give some of her testimony, or just talk about some of the behavior that the ladies are doing in the street culture, strip club, it's believable.
Yeah, nah,
I can believe it. I know she gonna put a lot of God on it, but also give the fresh breath that it needs, so people can really understand that this is a real thing that's happened, and a lot of women don't come up on the upside that they, put on the ground. The good, the bad, and the ugly. So just, pray on it.
But we literally just talked about it just now. We said we're going to start on something next year. So, yeah.
That's what's up. At the end of the day, when they sit with this EP, what do you want them to take away from Queen Lee?
Queen coming out swinging. She not playing around. Like I said, this is my full-time job now. You know what I'm saying? And like Reese said too, like, I'm just really working on my craft. Like, I'm really trying to, like, within the next 6 months to a year, I'm trying to put out so much music and just be my pen game being so much stronger, my craft, like just being in a whole different space with music that, people don't got to question, is she doing music? What is she doing? No, it's for real. This is what's going on.
Yeah. Listen, you came out swinging. We appreciate you. Come on, tell the people how to connect with you, follow you on all your social media platforms. Both of you guys.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. FTC Reese, FTC_Reese on Instagram. Y'all can connect with me on there. If y'all want to get a beat packs, some features or whatever, just hit me up on there, either through DM or my email's on there too. Yeah, Reese, we here.
And then I am CEO of Leah. For now, I'm really trying to get my handles changed. Lee just told me when I was just with Lee just now too. She was just telling me that you can copyright it and send something to Instagram and something, because the person who got Queen Lee got 37 followers. And I DM'd them and everything, and they not saying nothing back. So I'm really trying to get that name. But anyway, right now it's still I am CEO of Leah. But if you type in Queen Lee, I still come up too. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes,
sir.
Come on, what song we playing for them today? Introduce
all right, y'all. So we gonna play Big G remix with me featuring Mike Teasy on the My Turn EP, dropping tonight. Go get that.
Keep it locked. You tapped into the Fixx. You know the Fixx is in.